This is me talking over my arrangement of Kendrick Lamar's Alright. So this song is Alright by Kendrick Lamar, which is not a jazz song, but I'm just taking kind of the instrumental, and it's just for this intro section, where I mainly just like the quarter note intro. I thought it was a good way to have a kind of an impact there, and it's good to sync up the instruments too, and it's just, I thought it was punchy and fun, and yeah, so here I'm just kind of putting in this quarter notes. It's just basically the thing I'm copying is just, 4 strong chord notes on B flat, and then it descends a half step and kind of goes from there. So it's kind of a chromatic line, which was kind of how I went about the rest of this section, basically. So like I have some of the parts are on that B flat, and some of them are on a lower F, and they kind of meet in the middle. And then I'm writing this separate piano part, which wasn't in the original song. I just thought it was fun, and it just is kind of a triplet, almost like a fill. Honestly, it's not even that hard a part to play. Besides just getting it in the right triplet feel. But yeah, I think it sounds cool, and it's just kind of 4 like staccato beats, and then it feels like it kind of opens up into this kind of triumphant like da da, and so I thought the triplet piano was kind of cool over that, made it a little bit more dramatic. So I'm writing in this da da there, which you see the chromatic descension from the B flat to the A natural, and then in the bass guitar you can see the difference because it comes from the F and comes actually up to the G, I think it is, and then down to G flat, and then down back to F. And then here in the drums I'm doing similar to the piano, a triplet fill kind of thing. Very, very kind of bombastic and out there. It's probably ironically the highest moment of the song, in a way, but just very loud, and I thought that was a fun way to start the song, and then it just kind of, and it's just for these 3 measures, so I thought that was cool as well. So now we're gonna listen to it. So yeah, that's pretty much that, and at this point I'm fleshing out the next part of the section, which is also not in the this section is probably the most unfaithful to the source material, because I had so many ideas I wanted to play with, like this chord progression for the next part of the set. For the next part of the section, is like a chromatically descending, these chromatically descending chords, similar to the main melody, but as fleshed out chords, and so you have, so I guess we're gonna listen to that now. also cool in that a part is the upper hand of the piano in those like latter half of the measures is playing a tritone interval. So that's just a little fun fact. Commonly thought of as one of the most dissonant intervals, which I guess it's fair, but minor second is more dissonant. Tritone's kind of a cool sound. I liked it there. I thought it was fit the kind of vibe of the song, and it builds up a bit of tension, which is nice, and then which is kind of let out in this next section I'm writing. And this is actually back into the Sketches of Sepia section. This is the piano intro I was talking about. So much more of a consonant song in general. Sketches in Sepia, so you let out a lot of tension by transitioning into that song. Whereas, All Right is a very, very tense song. Sketches in Sepia is not, so the contrast in that is pretty cool. And you also, get to these, like, just basic whole note bass guitar line, and which just, like, slows it down to a very chill kind of section there. So yeah, I'm just laying out that melody, and the kind of cluster chords in the top hand, like those close intervals on the first notes of each measure, are kind of outlining the chord as well as the bottom hand, which is just doing much like the bass guitar, very slow chords. So we're gonna listen to that. And I do actually end up changing the bass guitar quite a bit, because I thought that was like the last one was, or the measure before the last one was a bit too high, so I changed that back, and I eventually actually changed it even lower using that low E string, which is a fun fact, actually not even in the key, but I think it sounds cool, and you can't really go to the E flat that is in the key on a bass guitar without tuning down a string, but I think it worked out. So we're gonna listen to that. Or we're just gonna listen to that one section, where, that was like the kind of transition between the two on the bass guitar, and only the bass guitar and the drums really. And that's just outlining like this 2-5-1 progression, which is very common in jazz, and it's just very like good at getting you to a new home key. We're gonna listen to this new section. I added some drums and some tenor sax and trombone to the transition. So that's pretty much it for this section. It's a pretty short one, but important since it's the intro. I changed a bit from this point to the final thing, but minor stuff like some rhythms in the tenor sax and some stuff with the drums and stuff like that, but that's pretty much it. Next would be Caravan by Duke Ellington and Juan Tizzle. Tizzle. I really don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not sure how to find out.